Okay, everybody, so grab your towel. I just have a simple towel here. So grab yours, and you're gonna take it, fold it up, and we're gonna take the long edge, and we're gonna roll that up. So we want this to be a nice, tight roll, and we're gonna give ourselves a massage with this. So a nice tight roll, and we're gonna see how we feel. Okay, so bring your roll to the ground, and we're gonna start with a standing position. So you know how you've probably, or maybe, I don't know, maybe not, have stood on the root of a tree? This is kind of similar to that. We're going to take the feet, let's just do the right foot, and stand on your roll. Now, if your roll is too thick, you can unroll it a little bit, give the sole of this foot a nice massage. We're just going to step onto the towel and then shift back off the towel. So keep doing that. Forward and then back. Just a little rocking as you go forward and back. Massage your foot. It feels good. And maybe when you're doing this, you can feel where there's a little bit of a tenderness in the foot. So we're gonna go a little gentle with this. I'm gonna unroll mine a little bit because I wanna have a smaller roll that fits on the arch of my foot. The arch of my foot. Not too small, Kara. So rock forward and back. And then let's switch feet. Bring your left foot on, right foot is off, and same thing, go forward and back. You gotta get the sweet spot roll to make the most out of this delicious thing that we're doing. So forward and back. Now, do you feel the difference from one foot to the other? For me, yes. My left foot is tighter than my right, which correlates with the whole left side of my body. So just notice that in your body. If your one foot is tighter, does it correlate with tightness all the way up that side of the body? Something to think about. Now let's step both feet on the roll and shift gently side to side. Keep breathing. Relax your jaw. Grow your spine tall. Very simple massage happening here with the feet. Easy peasy. Keep breathing as you shift from side to side. Let it feel good. You deserve to feel good today. I'm telling you, all right? You deserve it. Life is stressful, so we deserve to feel good as much as possible. That's my thinking. All right, so we're gonna hold it steady. Both feet are planted. Breathing, knees a tiny bit bent. And now very subtle, you're gonna shift the feet open and then roll the feet in. Very subtle. Roll them open, roll them in on the towel. Woo-hoo-hoo. Very, very subtle. So it's similar to the side to side, but now we're going a little bit farther to the outside and a little bit more to the inside of each foot. So can you feel that? This is a great way also to teach your body how to distribute the weight more evenly. So if you create a pattern in the body like this, you're not going to walk like this, but it's telling your body, you're sending messages to those muscles to use the muscles evenly, if you get my drift. So rocking side to in and out, in and out. Good. Excelente, excelente. Good. Come off of your roll and pick it up and re-roll it because we want it to be in a good tight roll. Okay, so now you're going to bring that down to the ground and you're going to lay down, oh ho ho, with the rolled up towel right across the top of your butt crack. So, I mean, I'm getting technical here, I know. So I hope you understand my technical language. So you want it right across the sacrum area. Your feet are planted. Let's open the knees a little bit wider and just drop the knees gently from side to side. How good does this feel? If you're lucky, you have it right across where I said, across the top of the bottom crack. So you feel it in your glutes, right? So we have this little muscle in there. It's called the piriformis. And it's going to massage that if you're lucky. Ooh. Now, if you have a tight piriformis, this is going to feel so good for that area. And again, which side of your body is tighter when you're doing this? For me, it's my left side again. Goodness gracious. Right? It all makes sense when you start thinking about it. It's like, wow, that really makes sense. It starts in my feet. Hello. So a little side to side. Nice, give yourself this nice massage. Sometimes it's nice to get a real massage too. But if you can't get one right now, this is a nice little alternative. So at the top of your thigh is the head of your trochanter. Okay, so this is the bone a lot of people think is their hip. It sticks out at the top of the thigh here. We want to bring our rolled up towel just above that. So we're going to roll over onto the right side. And I want that roll to snugly fit above that sticky out part of my hip, but below the top of my pelvis. So if you think about the side of your pelvic bone, it kind of caves inward, right? You want this to kind of snugly go into that space. And then we're just going to lay down with the head on the arm and knees are bent. Left hand is out in front. It's holding me to give me my support. And I'm going to rock gently forward and back. Now for some of us, this is going to be like screaming, maybe, or very, very tender. We don't want it to scream at us. We want to be able to breathe through it. But for some of us, this is going to be a lot more intense than others. So just take a moment and notice where you feel the most tender in this rocking forward and back. If you don't feel anything, readjust your towel and see if that helps. You don't want the towel to be under your waist, okay? You want it underneath the hip. So laying on it with the hip, okay? So the top of your pelvis is above and the head of that trochanter, top of the thigh, is just below. Ooh! Keep breathing. Let your jaw relax. Okay, so we're gonna rock forward or back to where you feel the most tender spot. And we're gonna stay there. We're gonna add a little acupressure to that spot. So we stay on it, we breathe deeply, And we feel that spot releasing tension. Deep breathing, letting everything go. You speak in my language? Let everything go. Good. Try to feel the release as you hold, right? We want to let go of that gripping sensation that we can tend to have in these instances where the body is in fight or flight, right? It wants to protect itself. So see if you can breathe a little bit deeper and help to relax that fight or flight response. That's all it is. It's a response because we're human. So when we breathe deeper, it helps to engage the diaphragm, which is when we breathe deeply, it's connected to the vagus nerve, and that helps to relax the nervous system. It's amazing. Deep breathing. Good. Let's slowly rock back to center, and you're simply going to roll over to the opposite side. Now for me, I'm just going to change direction so that I can still look at you, and you can do the same if you'd rather do that. You're going to lay onto the right hip. Remember to find that sticky out part at the top of your thigh and let the blanket go just above that. And then lay yourself down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Knees are bent. And then hand out in front with a rocking forward and a rocking back of the body. There ain't nothing like a self-massage. And this is easy because you can lay and watch television, right? You can chat with friends, do a FaceTime call, say, hey, what's up? You want to do some self-massage with me? Keep breathing as you roll forward and back. Now, check in again, this side compared to the other. Woohoo! Sometimes we feel tightness in the body when it's actually a sign of weakness. Very interesting. So it might be a combination of both. The body is always talking to us. It's amazing. It's an amazing communicator. Find that tender spot, hang out there, give it some acupressure, give it some love, and just notice, breathe, and feel. Again, go into that vagus nerve response with deep breathing. Parasympathetic nervous system kicking in. Good. Trying to feel the release happening. Feel the release. Long, deep breaths. Good. Good. Let's roll back to a center, and we're going to push ourselves up now to our seat. We want to re-roll this, perhaps. Now, for me, it got a little flat, so I'm going to re-roll it, and it seems to be a little uneven. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to cheat this time, folding it in half, and then I'm going to roll it up. I'm such a cheater. But please join me and be a cheater with me. So you're going to take the towel, and you're going to move it north now on your mat. And you want the roll to go underneath where your ribs are on this left side body, just below where you feel like your shoulder blade is. Okay, so on your back you have a shoulder blade, and just underneath that, we want to go there. We want to target that spot. So it's below the armpit, right about there. And you're going to lay on that spot. Oh yes, nice and tender. Rest your head, and you're going to rock forward and back. So we're doing the similar thing, and you might feel tenderness, you might not feel much. Just hang in there. See what you can feel, what you can't feel. Sometimes it's about what you can't feel. Right? Celebrating the things that don't hurt, don't bother you. But noticing maybe even the most subtle of things as you're rolling here. And if you rock back, do you feel more? If you rock forward, do you feel more? Just noticing what's happening in there. For me, I feel this tiny little muscle right below my shoulder blade. There's a tiny little knot in there when I'm rocking forward and back. So just feel those subtle little things. And once you find a more tender spot, hang out there, give it some extra love, and just breathe. Amazing what you can do with a towel. Good. Soften your jaw. Good. Let's extend the legs long here. Bring your right arm up and over your head. Interlace your fingers. Create a steeple pose with your hands and pull your right arm as long as you can and your right leg. Okay, so whole right side of body getting a super duper awesome stretch here. And this rolled up towel, maybe a blanket, is helping to lift your ribs open on this right side a little bit more. So when we lengthen a little bit more, we can breathe and stretch the intercostal muscles between the ribs. Soften your jaw. Good. Bring your hand in front of you, your right hand. Bend your knees. Take a breath. Let's sit ourselves up. Re-roll our towel. Make it tight again. Now you can make this, if that felt like it wasn't that much for you on that side, you can make it a little tighter of a roll if you want to, of course. Of course. Why, thank you, Kara. Thank you so much for that permission. Roll it on up, and you're going to lay on the right side now. So remember, we want it under the ribs. We want the ribs to be on top of it, but we want it right underneath that shoulder blade. When I extend my arm long, I can feel my shoulder blade pronounced more right here underneath. So you can kind of feel where that is. And that's where you want the towel, underneath that. So left hand in front, rest your head, and then find that rocking forward and back. And let me tell you, this side for me is tighter. The other side hardly felt a thing. Since you're asking, I might as well tell you. This side, whoa, it is talking to me. Big time. Which tells me that I could really use this. I hope you're feeling it too, in a good way. Rolling forward, rolling back, keep breathing. Notice where there's tension in the body, anywhere. And notice where you might have a trigger point, right? So as you're rolling, do you feel a tenderness that you're hitting, that you feel connected to another point, maybe on your back or in your shoulder, right? You can feel that connection. That's called a trigger point. For those of you who are unaware of that. Ooh, goodness. Let's find that tender spot and hang out there. Oh, yeah. Keep on breathing. Whew. Maybe your tender spot feels like it's more than one spot. So which one do you choose, right? You can trade, you can move from one to another and just see how it feels. Oh my Lord. Take that left arm up and over the head. Let's interlace the fingers, steeple pose, and extend the legs long. So now you're pulling the whole left side of the body, super duper long. You're going to pull the left leg longer, left arm longer. Get everything to stretch on that left side. And breathe. Oh. Good. Relax your face. Good. Bring your left hand in front of you, bend your knees, sit yourself up. We're going to take our towel, flip over to table, pull it down, pull this roll down, and we want to lay on it with the belly now. So I want my pubic bone to go below, and I want the roll to go just above that. So I just said the same thing in two different ways. I hope you appreciate that. And you're just going to rest your head down. Now, if this doesn't feel like enough of a thing for you, if you're like, what is this? You can take your blanket, turn it so that it's long in front of you, and take the very end of it and roll that up just one time. You might in a minute say, oh my gosh, Kara, no. But this is really quite a nice thing if you want more. Laying on it, again, just above that rolled up part there that you made, just above the pubic bone. Ho, 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 yes. And it's a little massage for your colon, I'm just gonna say. And you can lay down here and rest your head. So if you have stuff hanging out in the colon that needs to make a move, you know what I'm saying? Make a move. This is gonna help it along. Make a move. Keep breathing. Let your legs relax. Basically, there's that fight or flight response again. See if you can relax that. Take deep breaths. Good. Inhale deeply. Walk your hands back for support. Give yourself a push up to center. Good. Now take your roll. Once again, re-roll it so it's a good thickness. And again, you can make it a short, fat roll if you prefer. This is going to be for the upper back. We're going to lay over it with the shoulder blades above the roll. So we're going to come down, take your arms out, rest your head down, take a breath, bend the elbows, let the palms face the ceiling, let your knees drop together, feet open wider, and feel the massage. Maybe it's gentle, subtle, maybe it's quite intense. On the trapezius, just below your shoulder blades there. Take some deep breaths. Allow your arms to extend long behind your head. And then bend your elbows open again, back to the position they were in. Extend long again so you can feel how this is massaging those muscles. And bend again out to the sides. So let's keep doing that. Stretch long with the arms. Take a breath. Bend open with the palms facing the ceiling. Good. Again, stretching long. Bending open. Stretching long. Bending open. Let your jaw relax. Stretching long. Bending open. Woohoo! Let's do one more. Stretch it long. Hold it there this time and extend your legs long out in front. What do you feel? Any knots? Which arm, which side of the body, the back, feels more congested? Take a deep breath into the belly, the ribs, the chest. Let the body expand with the inhale. Good. Explore the sensations that you feel. And again, what it's connected to. Try to relax here. Good. Bring your arms back to that field goal pose position. Palms face up, backs of the hands on the floor. Soften your jaw. Have a namaste.